Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, let's dive right into this step-by-step tutorial on building a game from scratch using Cursor AI. You've probably been hearing all the buzz lately about vibe coding or AI-assisted development, right? And you're sitting there thinking, okay, I want to do that, but where do I literally even start? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to completely demystify this process and take you from an absolute blank slate all the way to a fully functioning game. Cursor is basically the bridge between what you might already know and the absolute future of coding. Think of it like this. It's a code editor, just like Microsoft Word is a text editor, but specifically built for software development. It's actually a fork of Visual Studio Code. Now, since VS Code is the most popular editor on the planet, Cursor takes that exact same industry-standard interface and just supercharges it. It integrates AI directly into the environment, so it acts as your ultimate pair programmer, living right inside your workspace, ready to write, explain, and debug code right alongside you. So here is our roadmap for the Builder's Arc today. We've got 6 key steps. Meet your AI pair programmer, architecting your game plan, rapid generation with Composer, mastering context and rules, debugging with visual feedback, and finally, iteration and final deployment. Let's jump into step 1. Meet your AI pair programmer. Initial setup and UI. Getting set up is seriously painless. You just head over to cursor.com, download the app, and you're pretty much ready to go. And because it's a VS Code fork, if you've ever used VS Code before, all your muscle memory, your keyboard shortcuts, even your favorite extensions, they all instantly carry over. Once you open it up, the real magic is just a keystroke away. You just hit Command or Control plus L, and boom, you pull up the AI sidebar. That is your command center. From right there, you can chat with the AI, ask it to break down confusing bits of code, or command it to instantly generate entirely new features on the fly. Moving right along to step 2, architecting your game plan, from blank folder to blueprint. You wouldn't build a house without a blueprint, right? Same goes for a game. You literally start with nothing but an empty folder. You pop open that AI pane, select plan mode, and just throw your concept at it. Say, hey, I want to build a web-based Tetris game. The AI steps into the shoes of a senior developer and actually starts asking you clarifying questions. Do you want to use plain vanilla JavaScript or a framework like React? Do you want a scoring system? Once you hash that out, it generates a comprehensive markdown file, a .md file, that becomes the official blueprint for your game. Now, to get the absolute best plan from the AI, you've got to use what's called the context sandwich method when you write that initial prompt. It's a lifesaver. You explicitly feed the AI the context. What exactly are we building? Then, the current state, which right now is just an empty folder. Next, your goal, say a working minimum viable product of Tetris. And finally, your constraints, stuff like use vanilla JavaScript only and keep it simple. Giving it that kind of rigid structure means the AI won't get overwhelmed, and you get exactly the roadmap you need. All right, step 3, rapid generation with Composer, bringing the plan to life. This is where things get crazy fast. But first, you really need to know the difference between the primary tools inside Cursor. You've got Ask Mode, which is basically your friendly assistant sitting next to you. It's great when you need an explanation or want to brainstorm, but it won't actually touch your files. However, when you're ready to build, you switch over to Agent or Composer mode. Think of Composer as a code wizard or a director. You literally point it to your blueprint and just say, build this, and it has the power to create and edit multiple files across your entire project, all at the exact same time. Once Composer starts running, it just takes over. You'll literally watch it automatically spawn your index.html file for the structure, your styles.css for the look of the game, and your script.js for the game logic, all building out across multiple tabs. When it's done, you simply review the changes and click Accept All to lock them in. Oh, and there is this amazing feature playfully called YOLO mode or auto run. If you turn that on, you're giving the AI permission to automatically execute terminal commands. It can install dependencies or spin up a local development server so you can instantly see your game in action. It's wild. Next up is step 4, mastering context and rules, guiding the AI. Because listen, if the AI doesn't know what to look at, it's going to guess, and guessing leads to bugs. So here's your toolkit for managing context. The @ symbol is going to be your best friend. By typing the @ symbol followed by a file name, you force the AI to pay attention to exactly that file. Needed to understand a specific API? Use @docs to pull in official external documentation. Hitting some weird error you don't understand? Drop in @web and the AI will actually search the internet for the newest solutions. And honestly, just as importantly, you can use a .cursor ignore file to hide things, like massive folders of external libraries, so the AI doesn't get distracted. You can also set these incredible global instructions using a .cursor rules file. You just drop this file right in your root folder and write rules like always use vanilla JavaScript or prioritize clean, readable code. The AI reads that file before every single interaction, meaning you never have to repeat your coding preferences to it ever again. I mean, you can even tell it to talk like a playful witch if you really want to spice up your debugging sessions. Which brings us to step 5, debugging with visual feedback, fixing the inevitable. Because let's be real, fixing those inevitable bugs is just part of the process. So what actually happens when you generate your Tetris game, you eagerly open it up, and bam, you find a massive bug? Like, for instance, what if pressing the up arrow key to rotate the block accidentally scrolls your entire web browser window up and down, making the game completely unplayable? What do you do? First off, do not panic. The solution here is to lean into Cursor's visual and diagnostic tools. Cursor actually has a built-in browser, so you can test your game right inside the editor. If something looks visually broken or UI elements are overlapping, you can quite literally take a screenshot and paste it directly into the AI chat. The AI can actually analyze the image. You can also use the bug finder command to have the AI scan your recent changes for obvious errors. The trick is to just tell the agent exactly what's happening. Say, hey, the Tetris blocks rotate correctly, but the browser scroll bar is moving too. Fix the scroll bar issue without touching the game logic. And please remember this golden rule of AI debugging: describe the problem, not the solution. I know it's so tempting to guess the code fix and tell the AI to use a specific function. Honestly, scratch that instinct. Don't do it. The AI might know a vastly better approach anyway. Just clearly state what is broken, feed it the context using your @tags, and let the AI find the optimal solution for you. Finally, step 6, iteration and final deployment, shipping your game. Because a game isn't really a game until someone else can actually play it, right? So here is the complete deployment lifecycle we've just walked through. You started with an absolutely empty directory. You used the AI composer to rapidly draft and iterate on the code. Crucially, as you build, you should use Git version control directly within Cursor to commit or save your progress at checkpoints. And then finally, because your project is tracked, you can deploy a live link to the internet via a hosting service like Vercel in just a few clicks. Your local files are suddenly a live, playable website. So you've seen the whole workflow. You know how to architect the plan, generate the code, manage the context, and debug visually. Now that you literally have the ultimate AI pair programmer right at your fingertips, and you can build at the absolute speed of thought, I'm going to leave you with this final, exciting question. What world-changing idea are you going to build today? Seriously, get out there, open a blank folder, and just start creating.